Get it.
The little dude.
Look at the kid with the bandana. Y'all remember that was a long sleeve shirt for sure. Cut the sleeves too short.
Yo, should we do coffee third? Coffee.
Okay. Yeah, go shade.
Right, am I right?
Yeah, go shade.
Because like 2 in a row and then you go down.
Fucking Shelby.
Was that Shelly?
I never forget that voice. Yeah, Shell's hyped to come. Oh. Remember the struggle of getting that drum kit to not have latency?
We want the chance to show everybody.
Jagger.
Yeah, we do alright. It's fun, right?
Dave. That's when he's still ahead.
Even if it wasn't the money, it's like, it's not.
My guy.
I knew he was. Now straight fire is gonna be spit at the audience.
Come see her.
Gosh, she's
Yeah, that sleeve's nice.
That's ready.
You're the start.
Oh, and that gentleman right there.
My God.
Alright, so right here we have like a little hallway. You just stand in a little hallway, introduce you, and then you guys come out, do your thing. And
My guy, it's full circle. I love it.
The craziest part about
this is the guy that really put me on with them.
Right. So Perez.
Oh, right, yeah.
He used to, like, even before anything, like, in the beginning of, like, when I even started doing covers or anything, like, he would always, like, shout me out, like, give me any amount of, like, radio play that he could, and just has always supported me early on. So, like, the fact that, like, it was, like, we basically got on this show, like, through different angles, right? So,
Right,
like, we had, like, you know, obviously, like, Jimmy... Yeah. Like worked that angle and hit them up and was like, hey, we want to get Michael in the Dunkin' Lounge, performing, whatever. We're going to sell it out, do all this stuff. And then on the flip side, like I had Perez being like, yo, you need to pay attention to this dude, Michael. Like he's crushing right now. And so like having two angles go at Jagger at the same time was kind of like the reason they're like, yo, we have to give the people what they want type of thing. But then to have him like be the one that announces me and shows up when he honestly wasn't even supposed to be there that night. Like he just came because he was like, yo, I've been supporting. Yeah, I've been supporting you for so long. Like I want to be there for that moment to see you do this. Cause like, you know, to a lot of people, they don't realize like the Dunkin' is not like the Dunkin' Lounge at, you know, 95.7 is not like the biggest stage or biggest show in the world, but yo, a lot of major artists that come through the city perform there and give their fans intimate sets. And
part of their radio tour.
It's not always like a thing where they sell out, but I mean like, dude, we sold that out in like 20 minutes, you know, to the point where like they had to start telling people no and cutting people off and taking it off because there was a 75 person cap. And like they, you know, in the first like hour and a half, we had like 90 people hit them, which was super dope because obviously like born and raised in Connecticut could come see me perform. But the fact that when I asked people to like, you know, I needed their help and we're trying to make some noise, like they showed up for us, that was super important. And the dope thing about this too is like it kind of spawned into me getting that interview on, you know, the radio, which was kind of dope because, you know,
had Jagger told you that he wanted to do that? Or
no,
he just kind of
he didn't mention it. And what's her name? What's his girl's name? Why am I blanking right now? I apologize for blanking. I don't know why it's not coming to me. I see her face.
Oh, Ginger.
I'm sorry. I
was trying to figure out who you were talking about.
Yeah, no.
I was like,
yeah,
wait, are you talking about?
Yeah, no. His
somebody
girl
else?
Ginger,
Yeah,
and she was there, and like she really
and they did.
She loved
show
my music,
together,
and so she was like, yo, like you need to get Michael on what's it called, like the Saturday Showdown or something like that.
The Weekend Throwdown.
Saturday Showdown, Weekend Throwdown, hoobly hobbly. But you know, she was like, you need to get Michael on it. So then that spawned from that performance. We walked directly into 95.7 radio station
Right.
and did a full interview where they played the song, premiered the song, and, you know, talked to me about the music and what my plans were and stuff like that. So that was like a really dope moment because that's not something that they always do
No.
for artists. And I think that just had a lot to do with the fact that, like, the energy was just so amazing in the room. And again, like, you know, I asked people to show up, they did, but they brought a different type of energy where it was like the engagement. You would think we were at an actual real show.
Yeah,
and
no,
I
they were
thought
stoked
that
to be
was
there.
the dopest moment. And it was like, again, you know, quick show. You know what I'm saying? It was what, 30 minutes?
Yeah.
If that, but like the amount of preparation that went into it, like specifically for you, like renting, you know,
We drove all the way. Dylan and I drove Dana's dad's truck all the way to New York to pick up that drum kit. Got there, grabbed everything in the boxes, put it in the thing. It was like it was dark out. It was night. And then when we got the boxes in the back of the truck, the tailgate wouldn't close. And so I'm like, I got to get all the way from fucking New York City back to Hartford
yeah, with an open tailgate.
with an open tailgate and like an $8,000 drum kit in the back of this thing.
$8,000.
And so we had to like wedge this board in there. It was crazy.
And again, like,
Yeah, that was
but it goes back to what I was saying before on the other video, where it's like most people would think that's stupid, right? Driving to the city, renting an electric drum set, but what a lot of people don't know is most people went into that performance with an acoustic guitar player or a cajon.
Yeah,
we said,
nah.
yo, we're putting on a show. We're going to show them what we're capable of. And if you threw us on the XL Center stage, what we would give y'all.
Yeah.
And that, like, to me, it was like the first time they ever had a band type setting in there. So
That's what Jagger said.
they were
He was
kind
like,
of,
we've never had this in here.
right. And so we brought a different energy. And I think that whole night was just like a win for everybody because we overcame a lot of obstacles in order to pull that show off. But then once everyone filtered in and we did the show, it went incredible. And nobody would have ever known all the things that we went through just to make that 30 minutes happen.
Right.
You know, but yeah, it's crazy. Full circle stuff right there.
That's
With them. Oh, dang.
Very special performance, one I'm very excited about. I've been following Michael on social media for a long time and a huge fan of his music, so I'm very
I could have
happy to
not
have
even
him here.
said anything I had
Without
to
further
say.
ado, Michael Minelli. Make some noise.
Yo, and I just gotta say,
Everybody feeling it?
I can appreciate that. You know why? He said Michael Minelli. Hate when people say Mike Minelli. Yes, my friends call me Mike, but I am an artist, and my artist name is Michael Minelli. So I
like
know
how that rolls.
it just Michael, and my mother called me Michael. You know, she was very strict on that, so I've always just ran with that. Like, if you say, "Hey, do you like Michael or Mike?" It's Michael. I prefer Michael. No offense to anybody who's ever called me Mike, but just one of those things where it's like, if we're homies, if we're chilling, yo, Mike, cool, cool, I like it. But if we doing a show or a performance or a flyer, please don't put Mike, man. It's Michael Minelli. Appreciate you. So, my guy Perez, appreciate you for that. A lot of you guys know me personally. You guys are very special to me. You guys know this is my life. This is what I do. I've dedicated myself to this. So I just appreciate the support and the love that you guys continue to give me. Spitting facts, spitting bars right
That's what I like to hear.
there. You ready in the bag? Come on!
Y'all get donuts? Yeah. They were looking a little skimpy out there, right? I didn't want to.
Yo, dead ass.
I thought
Dead
that
ass.
was for me. I thought that was my green room when I walked in. I was like, man, where the rest of the donuts for everyone else?
Yeah.
Appreciate you guys coming out.
So they said that there was gonna be like Dunkin' Donuts lounge.
Right.
I'm expecting the biggest wall of donuts you've ever seen. I'm more excited about what the spread of the donuts are gonna be than the show. I walk in there, there's 9 donuts. 9 donuts, 75 people coming. What are they about to do? Share a bite each of a donut?
Were they supposed to give donuts to like the?
I don't think they were supposed to give it
guests?
to everybody, but it was like kind of like when you walk in, like there was coffee, donuts, but like there was
there was like a
clearly not a.
Right, there was like a little table.
And I was there first, so let y'all know, man, how much I care about y'all. I could have easily torn down at least 1/3 of those donuts before anybody found them. And I said, you know what? I don't want to do it because I don't even want this pathetic display of donuts to look even more pathetic. So therefore, I'll let everybody else get their donuts. And for those that don't know, right, there's like on the pyramid chain, right, or the tier, right, I got a couple of names for myself. So there's Mikey Music, right? That's at the top. And if you were to go like this, we have one side, there's Mikey Muscles, right? So that's when I'm like not eating sweets. I'm in my fit shape. I'm toned up. That's Mikey Muscles.
You're on point.
And I was Mikey Muscles here, so that's why I really didn't eat donuts. But right now, unfortunately, we're at Mikey Meatball stage, right? So there's Mikey Meatballs. And let me just tell you, if this show happened now, there wouldn't even have been any donuts. You would have walked in, saw empty trays, and I would have said some shit on the mic like, yeah, I don't know. Maybe just the Dunkin' guy never showed up today, and I would have still had strawberry frosting on the side of my thing, just looking like shit. So yeah, Mikey Music, Mikey Muscles, Mikey Meatball. We gonna get back. We starting that transition right now. So for those watching, hopefully by the time these videos come out, you know, I have started that whatever the word is, transcension. Yo, I looked at you to help me, and my guy didn't help me. I'm starting to what word are we? Transcend. I'm starting to transcend to.
That's
this. It's still not it. It's still we're not there. Okay, so you know whoever's watching this right now. Evolve. I'm starting the evolution. Okay.
Right. Yeah.
So yeah, that's funny as hell.
Got one more for you. This is my latest single. It's called Stay for the Weekend.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. If you know
That was Sheldon. Oh my God.
You guys realize you're seeing history here tonight.
Yes.
Michael Minelli.
History.
He's on the cusp. You say, wow, remember that time we were in this really intimate environment where this guy's selling out stadiums and arenas all around the country? Yeah. We're on the cusp.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And the last thing I will say about this night is I got to be the only person in the history to go and almost say, Hot 93.7 as opposed to Kiss 90. Like I literally said, and shout out to Hot 90. And he was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. And I was like, oh, you know, so
I do remember that.
you know, that's my bad. Players mess up. You know what I mean? It's a part of the game. You chalk it up to it. And I just appreciate Jagger not scolding me and being a good sport about it because, like I said,
it was pretty funny.
I was on a high. You know what I mean? Like, we just put on a great show. I had family, friends there who I grew up with. Yeah, who has been supporting me. So, yeah, I'm bound to mess up once or twice. And it just so happens that was one of those things where I'm always like, you know, it's like the common curse where you're sitting there and you're like, man, I hope I don't say the wrong city if I'm on tour. That's what that was like for me.
That's exactly
what it felt like, you know? So, but yeah, man, shout out to shout out to Kiss 95.7. Shout out to Jagger. Shout out to everyone in Connecticut and on the radio who supports me and all the fans that came that day. That was a very special moment for me. We put a lot of work into that. And, yeah, man, I'm excited. And, you know, next thing, y'all need to call me up because I know y'all got some shows coming up. And that big stage, XL Center, you know, that's nothing. We can handle that now. So call a play. The number's still the same, okay? Praise.